Hello and welcome to Assorted Stumper Problems. This is challenge 6.1.1D, and your challenge is to compare the following number inequalities, my friends. Alrighty, in our first one here we have 608.08, and we're comparing that inequality to 608.8. Now what I like to do is start with the greatest place value, and I just take a little box here and box the place value for the greatest place value. In this case, these are both in the hundreds place. And now I can see that they're both sixes, so far that's the same. Now if I extend this to the 0, and then I go ahead and extend this one to the 0, and both of these place values are once again the same, and they're in the tens place. So far, these are equal. Now I'm going to go ahead and extend that little line to the ones place for both of these. And as you see, we still have a number that is exactly equal, right? Now I'm going to extend it one more time to the tens place. And as you can see, I've got a difference here now, because right here in the tens place, I have a 0, and over here I have an 8. So if you look at this 8 is really, if you were thinking about money, this is 8 pennies, and this over here is 8 dimes, and 8 dimes is much better than 8 pennies. Anyone knows that, right? So in that case, we know that this number here, since it has a 0, and this here has an 8 in the tens place, this number here is going to be smaller. So I'm going to say that 608 and 8 100ths is less than 608 and 8 tenths. So this first one should be less than. Let's go ahead and use that same strategy with our second problem here. We've got 524.3 and 523.9. So I'm going to make a box right around the 5 here, and I'll make another box right around the 5 here. Now, first of all, these are both, if you look, this is the ones place, tens place, hundreds, and here's, since we have our decimal here, ones, tens, and hundreds. So these are both in the hundreds place, and they're the same. So now I simply want to extend this box to cover the 2 as well, and then I'll do the same thing over here, and covering that 2. Now both of these are in the tens place, and you can see that they are still equal. Let's go ahead and move on to the ones place, and I've got a 4 there, and over here I've got a 3. And right here, as you can see, 4 is greater than 3, right? And if we were thinking about this in money, here we have $524 and some pennies, or actually these are dimes. And over here I have $523 with 9 dimes. So this number here is greater than this number here, because 4 is greater than 3, and that's in the ones column. So let's go ahead and make our little sign that says that this is greater than that, and we have 524.3 is greater than 523.9. Bam! All right, let's move on to our third and final problem here. We have 957.036, and comparing that to the inequality of 957.134. And we're going to start the exact same way. We're going to look at the greatest place value, and we've got the hundreds place here. So I'm going to make a box around the 9 for both of those, and they are both 9s. So far we've got an equal number, right, or value for the hundreds place. Now I want to extend this a little bit, and I'm going to encompass the tens place as well. So I've got the 9 and the 5 for the 9 in the hundreds place, the 5 in the tens place, and so far these guys are equal. I'm going to extend it to the ones place and see what happens, and we've got 957 over there, and over here we have 957. So now if I look at the next place value, I've got in the tenths place, I've got a 0 here, and over here I've got a 1. So 1 is greater than 0. And you always want to look at the greatest place value, which is why I start over in the greatest place value, in this case the hundreds place, and move towards the lower place value. So this is like having 1 dime, and that is greater than having 0 dimes, right? These are pennies, right? And the pennies really don't much matter because a dime is greater than a penny, right? And you have 0 here and 1 here. In that case, we know that this is less than this. So let's go ahead and make our sign, and we just say less than. And here we have it. 957.036 is less than 957.134. Bam! There you have it, my friends. Hey, as always, if you made a mistake anywhere along the way, no worries at all, my friend. Pause that video, fix that mistake. That is your fastest way to learn. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon.